So today I'm going to do the valve gasket cover on a 2011 Subaru WRX. Once you get the car on jack stands, you want to get the under protective guard off. After I took this protective guard off, I wiped down the engine, got the oil. As you can see what it was leaking from, I got it out of there. You're going to want to start clearing out all the little components in the side of the engine bay here. The battery, you want to loosen up this fuse box panel. You're going to have to take off this air circulation system. Circulator system, and then all the stuff in front of the valve cover on the side of the engine. Obviously you can't see it in there right now because it's dark, but the point is you want to clear out a space so you'll have an area to work in and you're not super frustrated, because it's going to be a tedious job as it is. You also want to clean everything as you move through it. So I first wipe my engine down, I clean it up, I keep it clean, and then as I take stuff out, I clean as I go as well, because you're going to open the side of your engine and you don't want dirt and debris to get in there. So just be clean as possible, and you're cleaning your car up as you go. Okay, so once you start to get this all loose in here, you get your battery out, this is just going to get loose, it's not really going to come out, but there's this line that runs off of it all the way to your alternator, okay? So what we're going to do here is, we want to just take the tray out. So you just got to be careful. When I used to work in the shop, one of my trainers used to say, be roughly gentle with things. But this line leads all the way here. There's a connector here, there's a connector here, and there's one that goes to this vacuum over here. So, I don't know if this is, I'm pretty sure this isn't how it is on the older models. There's some new things that are a little different between the old ones and the new ones that you have to do. But we're going to take this off, and take this off, and then we're going to just take this whole tray off to get it out of our way. So I like this little guy, it works good. I know I got a universal on there, an impact. I really don't care. It's been lasting, I don't beat the crap out of it, and I don't tighten with it on usually. And normally when I always tighten by hand. So now we're gonna take out this air box. We gotta go underneath to release the other hose clamp like this on the back end so it'll pull away. But before we do that, we're gonna loosen this bolt that holds it into the side of the engine block. Right there. Okay, so here's the part that came out of the side of the engine. Right? So what you want to do is when it's down there, you just want to twist it a little bit, and then it'll kind of like, break that little seal, and then you just pull it out. And of course, wipe it down before you put it back in. Okay, so I took the cables and I tucked them back up here in the wheel well housing under the fender, and then now it gives me a nice opening to get to the spark, well, the coilovers, to be correct, and this oil gasket here. But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to start cleaning this all out, because I want it to be clean when I start to take this off, because it's going to expose the inside of there. Okay, so now I have taken the time to clean the entire engine side off. I did use brake and parts cleaner. I know it's not the right thing to do, but I figured a quick shot of that, it's going to strip everything off real quick. And first thing I do is I wipe the painted surfaces down when I'm done. And then I just wipe the shit out of the entire side, and I go over it until it's completely dry and any exposing areas around it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, I'm going to grab the coilovers, because it's the last electrical thing in the way. I'll pull those out now, and then we'll move on to the oil fill. So there's little ring washers that will refrain these bolts from coming all the way out, which is good so they won't fall. But now there'll be like a suction cup feeling to pull the coil over off. I just like to point out, when you're taking off this back coil, you have to be a samurai to get it out. So it's in there like this, so you want to rotate it this way and peel it out. Okay, so the last thing we have to do now is get those two pipes there on the top of the valve cover head, right there, off. And then we'll start pulling all the bolts. So I got the hoses disconnected. They're hard plastic, so you gotta just pull straight up on them and just, you know, do whatever you gotta do. but I did it all by hand. I didn't use tools because I didn't want to mess the plastic up because it's harder. Alright, so it's time to crack the side open, okay? I'm going to take all the bolts off. I'm not going to show it because you can take them off, but the hard ones, if anything, I run into any issues that I had to think of something, I'll throw it in. See you in a minute. I want to mention this too. So what I did is in the pattern of the bolts on the side of the head, I poked that pattern in holes in the box. This way I can put the screws in it and keep track of where they are and always put them in the same place. So that last bolt didn't come out. I mean, it came out, but it hits the subframe, so we're going to just leave it there. And then I have this last bolt here. I like to leave that there to kind of like hold everything in place while I'm taking everything out. So we'll take this out and then we'll do a little spread and we'll pull the whole valve cover off, and that bolt will come with us. So here we go. Alright, so I got the gasket cover off. Since the engine always twists one way because that's the way it rotates, it was a little tight getting off, so I had to push up on the engine mount to a safe place to push on it to just move it slightly so I could slide this out. This is what it looks like before, and I'm going to clean it out. I'm going to shoot with some brake and parts cleaner, and then I got a cleaning bucket that I'm going to put it in, and when you're done with it, it should look brand new. So this looks pretty clean, right? But if you look extremely close, there's still, you can't really see it, but there's still some blackness in here. You have to get it all out. All of it. So just take a screwdriver, like a tweaker, there's a paper towel, and then you put a little bit of carb cleaner on it and you can just rub it right out of there. Alright, she's all cleaned up, ready to go. Now we just apply RTV in the correct places, which I like to put it on the block. Or the head, I should say. That way it doesn't get all smushed around when I'm putting this back in. The back bolt gave me trouble, so I had to put pressure on the engine mount with a jack so I could get enough room in there to get everything back together. And I had to leave the bolt in the valve cover and stick it in there all together. But anyway, 24 hours and then we can drive. That's the secret. After you put this on, you have to wait 24 hours.